morning, good afternoon, and good evening. My name is Rickie Byars, and I'm welcoming you to Soulful Feeling, Soulful Conversations, and Soulful Music. We're here, so come on into the room. All right, just dial on in. I'm joined by the great Life Coach Ade, Ademola Anifa Woshe. Anifa Woshe.
Yes.
I love. Digby is the first one on. Wow. There is a light inside of you, brother. And I don't know if you know there's a light that is so bright. I just thought I'd tell you there is a light inside of your sister. And I don't know if you know there's a light that is so bright. I just thought I'd tell you there is a love inside of your heart. And I don't know if you know there's a love that is so strong. I just thought I'd tell you there is a love inside of your soul. And I don't know if you know there's a love that is so strong. I just thought I'd tell you there is a power inside of us all. And I don't know if you know there's a power inside of us all. And it's time to celebrate. Celebrate. Hello. Celebrate. Hey, Mardell. Celebrate. Rosalind, my friend. Celebrate. Mark Allen. Celebrate. Hey, Lori. Celebrate. Oh, celebrate. Celebrate. There is a light inside of your sister. And I don't know if you know there's a light that is so bright. I just thought I'd tell you there is a strength inside of your soul. And I don't know if you know there's a strength inside of your soul. I just thought I'd tell you there is a power inside of us all. And I don't know if you know there's a power inside of us all. And it's time to celebrate. Hey, Keith, celebrate. Welcome back, Quinn. Celebrate. Oh, celebrate. Benoit. Celebrate. Hey, Candy. Celebrate. Margaret. Celebrate. Oh, celebrate. Celebrate. There is a light inside of us all. I don't know if you know there's a light inside of us all. I just thought I'd tell you there is a light inside of us all. And I don't know if you know there's a light that is so bright. And it's time to celebrate. Hey, come on in into the B-Hood for Soulful Feeling, Soulful Conversations. Hey, Kate, welcome. And Maxine, you know I love you. Margaret Edwards, come on in. Donna Starr. Shauna. Benefield Taylor. Yeah. Dee Dee, what's up, girl? Celebrate life. Celebrate your genius. Celebrate everything about you. Even those bad things about you, you know, bring them to the light and make them better. Get over it. Come on. It's Do It No More Wednesday, right? You know, y'all know what I'm talking about when I say do it no more? Y'all know what I'm talking about? There's a song that says, like, do it no more. It's like, I told myself that I can't do it no more. I can't keep thinking that the world's gonna we can't do it no more. We gotta talk about ourselves the right way. To be walking the right way. Hey, Susan. Hey, Dorothy James, I know you out there. There I was asleeping. God lifted me from my bed. Ooh, put a song in me, kind of like a map in my head. If you want to get on with your life, you gotta get right in your mind, and you gotta get on with it, get strong with it, just stop wasting time. I can't tell myself that I can't do it no more. I can't keep thinking that the world's gonna change when I'm walking wrong. I can't tell myself that I can't do it no more. Hey, Dawn, I can't keep thinking that the world's gonna change when I'm walking wrong. Think about the earth for a second and the ground beneath our feet, how she shakes and turns and sweats, just trying to release that heat. Cause you know it's hard sometimes when a fairy tale unwinds and your heart just won't let go. Cause your mind's saying no, 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 no. I can't tell myself that I can't do it no more. I can't keep thinking that the world's gonna change when I'm walking wrong. I can't tell myself that I can't do it no more. I can't keep thinking that the world's gonna change when I'm walking wrong. When I'm eating wrong. When I'm walking wrong. Oh, when I'm walking. When I'm walking the right way. When I'm walking, I can be thankful every day. When I'm walking the right way. When I'm walking, I can be thankful every day. When I'm walking the right way. When I'm walking the right way, I can't tell myself that I can't do it no more. Yay! You can't do it no more.
No more.
You can't do it no more.
No
This is
more.
Do It No More Wednesday.
No more.
Man, since I started doing No More Wednesday, man, I'm such a better person. I ain't gloating, I got a lot of work, but
Well, I think you
man,
should gloat. We should brag about things that we're doing. We could brag
well,
about
we should
things that we're doing.
celebrate it. We should celebrate it.
That too.
Like I said,
Brag a
there's a
little
light
and
inside.
celebrate a little, and then
Man,
gloat.
and I don't know if you know there's a light, a light that is so bright. I just thought I'd tell you. I love that
Mm,
song. Hey, Lona Elias. Oh my God, we got some hitters on here. They're here from all over the
yes.
country. Yeah. So thank you, God, for this glorious evening. Thank you, God, inside of us. Thank you, dear Creator, creating us. Thank you for allowing us another day
Mm,
to rejoice and to be glad in this day that we've been given.
yes.
Thank you for the shoulders that we stand upon. Thank you for our ancestors everywhere present and
Yes.
angels and all that encourages us in the invisible. Thank you for my mom. And thank you for my father that I didn't know very well, but he did a good job of giving me a good face. So I thank you for that. And I probably got some other things that he liked too that I don't even know because I didn't know him, but I know one thing,
Mm,
that all the beauty in the world I have access to right now. And
yes.
everybody on the thread tonight with us, we all have access to the power and the presence and the glory of God right now. by just allowing it to be.
Hmm.
By allowing it to be, by allowing our attention
Yes.
to be on God, to be on the good, to be on what is progressive, and not to be caught in the ways of the world
Mhm.
unless we're bringing something good to it. Thank you,
Yes.
thank you, thank you.
Hmm.
Full of God, full of joy, and full of love. Let's together simply allow it to be. And so it is.
Amen. I
Amen.
share. It is done.
Yeah,
It is so. Thank you,
it is
everyone. See
so.
you next week.
No, he's bad. And we got access. We have access to all of it. It's like I have a song that says I used to think that I needed some money. All I needed was my connection with God. You know, and God gives you access. You have access. It gives you
Mhm.
access. You will have everything that you need.
What you
Everything
just
that you
said.
need.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yes. Yeah. So when Lona said when you joined the conversation, you lost volume. So you need to speak with authority, Ade.
Well, it said Ricky lost volume.
Oh, I lost volume when he spoke. I lost volume.
Yes.
Well, he can't talk then.
It's my ancestors speaking. They need attention. They're from Nigeria. They want to be known. When they show up, everybody needs to listen. So you talk. I'll be quiet.
No, no, no. We have a good. We have a. This is it's all. We're already off to a great start. I love the
Yes.
music. The music always takes me where I need to
Mhm.
be going. And loving Ricky's head wrap. Thank you. I love it. I went to the wig store today. Yes, I did. I finally did to buy something, to buy a nice little head covering, just to shake it up a little bit. And I went there, and you know what the man said? He said, "Do you have an appointment?" I was like, "Appointment to come to a wig store?" I'm saying, man, they got a million of these up and down Crenshaw Boulevard. You don't need no appointment to get into them. Here I am on Wilshire Boulevard. So, but I was cool.
Appointment.
And the brother, he looked like he might have been like he was from the continent, right, from Africa, and he
Oh,
was
maybe
like
you
he was
thought you
from.
meant weed as opposed to wig. So he couldn't sell it to you.
No, no, it was the wig store, and he was working for the wig store,
You said from
and
the continent. He probably sound like weed and like, oh, no, you did an appointment because the person's
no,
selling it ain't
he's a
here yet.
security. No, he was the wig man. But anyway, he was like, you have to have an appointment. He says because of COVID, they only let a few people, 4 people in the store at a time. But I've never seen any other stores like that. It was just funny, and I was like, the one day I was gonna walk out there with somebody else's hair.
So COVID is
So
out
I'm
there
sticking with
doing
the head
crazy
wrap.
things. Yeah, this
Yeah.
is nice.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I love the head wraps. I just
Yeah,
thought
I know.
maybe, it would be fun, to just to change it up. Because all these young girls, man, they'll put a wig on like nobody's business. They don't even think about it. They slap it on it. They having fun. They got the makeup. They got the lashes. They got all the topical elements, that are really pretty powerful. So, and here I am, Mother Earth.
There's so much going on in my head. People like they got jokes. So I'm like, nope, don't say it. Just stop. Just stop.
No,
Oh
but
God,
to each his own, and but the good thing is that everybody gets to have a good time
that's
and to
right.
enjoy. I think the big deal about that what I'm talking about was just having the courage to try something new that I hadn't done before, to
Mm.
not be embarrassed, to change it up. Like it's not that it would just the exercise, whether I continue to do it or not, just the exercise would expand me. Would expand me. It doesn't make the world better, might make my world better, you know.
Mm.
So maybe I'll stick with the head wraps.
Well, people are loving it in the chat room.
Yeah, Mother Earth is beautiful. Yeah. So wisdom is the wealth of the wise. I think Jeff just left the room, but wisdom is the wealth. Are you there, Jeff?
He
He
left
steps out
intentionally.
when it he steps out when it's his time.
He
So
knows what he's
have a
doing.
seat, Jeff. Is your next week we're gonna have a camera for Jeff. But today when we were setting up, I was reading from this book of quotes that I have called God's Little Instruction Book number 2. It says that wisdom is the wealth of the wise. And when I read that, Jeff said this.
Don't you have to have knowledge and studied a lot in order to be wise?
That's what he asked, and I was like, sometimes, and sometimes not. Like children. I've seen children born with an innate wisdom. I mean, they really have a beautiful, pristine, a beautiful way of seeing the world, and then, it gets
They get parented out of it.
yeah, they
Mm.
get parented out of it. They
Right.
Say
get
that
educated
loud.
out of it.
Right.
They get
Say that.
parented out of it. They get educated out of it. They get
Yes.
talked out of it. And
Hmm.
so, but and so he went on to say something really powerful about his daughter. And you said,
I drug her to agape on a
now
lot.
she. It sounded like he drugged her.
I drug
I
her.
know. I was like, oh.
No,
Speaking of
no, okay,
parenting going
let
bad,
me rephrase that. I,
let's
I
mute that.
took her with me. I took her with me to Agape when she was younger, and she would sit in the bookstore and read all the books
Wow.
and look at all the crystals and smell all the incense and bought some tarot cards. And the other day, she came to me and said, I want to borrow some of your books. I want to borrow Law of Attraction, and I'm starting to meditate. And what I learned is that all of I had no idea how taking her with me was affecting her, but it had affected her so that she has all of this stuff inside her
Hmm.
that is now starting to show me
Yeah.
that she learned just from sitting in the bookstore all those
Mm.
nights.
And what I told Jeff is that she learned also from her father, who took her there, who brought her there, who brought her with him, who exposed her to it, who opened the door for it, who didn't force it on her, but
Right.
she just, hey, come on, we're going. And she came and she found what resonated with her. So that answer to that question, like, yeah, we can read, and there's information that transforms, and there's knowledge that informs, and then there's information that really that can transform, that when it hits the thread, it hits something in you. You go like, oh wow, this speaks to me. Remember when you first read The Impersonal Life? Remember that book, The Impersonal Life? There's a book called The Impersonal, little black
Yes.
book,
Small book.
and
Yep.
yeah, little book. And Lissa Sprinkles, the late and great Lissa Sprinkles, great practitioner, gave me my first copy of The Impersonal Life, and I was like, wow, this isn't. But at the time, that book was so deep and heavy for me. Now, when I pick up The Impersonal Life, I read it and I'll go like, oh yeah, of
Yeah.
course, But then it spoke so much, and even now, it's still a beautiful book, But then it meant so much more because my heart was really putting the world together in a different kind of way. Now I've grown up, and I'm aware of it so much more much easier. It's like I'm one. I'm more one with the one
Yes.
than trying to find it.
Yes.
I'm more
Yes.
identified with it.
Hmm.
Myself is who I am. But in those days, the books helped, the music helps, the songs help,
Hmm.
whatever it takes to wake us up,
Every takes.
to
But
whatever it
every
takes to wake us up
and
is
and that's literally whatever it
glorious.
takes. Sometimes we
Yeah.
judge the thing that happened, but whatever it takes. It's funny because I was looking at this book that I've shared before, Living for the Sake of the Soul, and I saw one of the quotes here, and the quote is, "Are you looking for God? God is your life." Just that simple. The God is. It's
Hmm.
everywhere. And the journeys that we go through, we all have a way of hitting rock bottom. And it's when we hit rock bottom that we get to see differently, that we get to fully surrender. I mean, that place
Yeah.
really, it's almost like surrender that comes without choice. Like, okay, You got my attention. Now
Mm-hmm.
what?
Yeah.
And thank God for God. Rock bottom, being on cloud nine, God is.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I think something about hitting rock bottom softens the heart and the mind. Like my best ideas, my best information, my best knowledge brought me to this point. And if it's
Mm-hmm.
this is where I'm at,
Mm-hmm.
then I need to do something different. And but it's for me, I see it's all part of it. It's not always easy sometimes. Sometimes it's challenging.
Right. Right.
Sometimes it's
Right.
every day you have to keep bringing yourself back up. Every day you wake up with
Mm-hmm.
stuff. I mean, it's almost like the drama is waiting by the side of the bed, like, oops, it's almost time for him to wake up. And as soon as you wake up, it's like, phew, it's like, oh my God, I gotta go to work. I didn't do that. But it's like for me, I have to just keep bringing, what is the truth? What is the truth? What is the truth? Sometimes it's instant, sometimes it takes a few hours. But it's called spiritual practice. We keep practicing and reminding ourselves that we are indeed spiritual.
It's called breathing. You need to take a breath.
Is what?
It's called breathing. Take a breath. Take a
Oh, am I
breath.
frozen or something? Because I don't see that quote. What are you reading?
What quote?
Oh, were you reading something in the chat room?
No, I was saying it's called take a breath. That no, that was me
Oh, it's
talking to you.
cold. I see a cow. It's like cold. Because then it looks like you're looking at this. I'm like, I don't see that.
Now I'm
Take
looking
a
at you.
breath and become one with Ricky.
We yeah. Well, the thing is, that's funny. But the spiritual practice, yeah, it is. It's life. It's living, and it's
Mhm.
living and returning.
Yes.
Breath by breath, moment by moment, um and dedicating everything. I mean, everything is spiritual practice. You
Everything.
know, going to the bank, whatever it is
Mhm.
that we have to do. I'm walking. Whatever it is, I'm walking with God,
Mhm.
and everything is God.
Yes.
Whatever it is I'm doing, it's like I'm in the kingdom of heaven. The kingdom of heaven is at hand right now. It's
Right.
not, but it just, would you like the song? Oh my God, I could just quote songs all night. You just have to see it. Okay, this is Name That Song.
Right?
Okay, what
Get your hands
song?
on the
You
buzzer.
just have to see it. Okay, you just got it. The first one to come to that comes up in the quote gets a CD.
This is probably the first time that I can't even
But
think
they
of
probably
something.
just have it. What song has the words, you just have to see it? 10, 9, 8,
Well, they
7.
got 10-second delays now. You got to count to 20 because there's a 10-second delay. When you say it takes about 10 seconds for them to hear it.
Oh, it takes them. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. That's kind of
So
like the
they're in
ancestors
the
talking to
past,
me.
we're in the future.
You hear what I said? That's like the ancestors talking to me.
And you're
Yeah.
channeling to them.
One of your songs is always singing in someone's heart. Yes. Yes. I love you, Lona. When I am with my grandson, just being with him, I gain wisdom. Yes, Susan, I know what you're saying. So nobody came up with the song. You just have to see it. Nobody knows what that song is.
I can hear it. I'm surprised I
Oh,
don't even know it.
okay, okay.
All right,
It's
next
this
line.
song.
Okay.
Okay, you just have to see it. Y'all, nobody gets it. I tell you, if Lisa Michelle were here, she would know. So there's a song that says, at the last verse says, if your wings are heavy and
Uh,
you cannot
got those and
fly,
those.
haunted by dreams that were meant to come true, God is right there. You just have to see it. Let the voice of salvation come shining through you, and just sing, God is all there is. Maryland, God is all there will ever be. God is all there is. God is all there will ever be. So wherever we are, you got to see God there, wherever you are. That's what I'm saying. And the kingdom of heaven is at hand when you can see it. And also, don't you think when you can allow people to be where they are? My uncle told me something. Hey, Ayana, birthday girl, Ayana.
That's her
Aria's
birthday.
gift is her birthday was yesterday.
Oh, she's Aries. I knew there was something
Yeah.
special about
She
her.
and still little Mill. You know what I mean?
Happy
Closer to 18 than
birthday.
she is to 30. Our little Mill. We love her. But well, I was saying
You
my
were
Uncle
actually.
George. Yeah,
Mhm.
my Uncle George told me, he says it's like God gives it. He says God gives everybody a map. They just get different ones. So everybody gets a map. It's just not the same map.
Right.
you know so we hear a lot of times, like we're on all people are created equal and blah 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 blah. And so somebody was telling me, they say, yeah, you got equity. We're not talking about equality, we're talking about equity. equity
Okay.
equity well, let's talk about equity.
Yes.
But
Let's
he
talk
said
equity.
everybody gets a map. So
Mm,
we are equal in that sense, that everybody gets an incarnation, everybody gets a map. They're just
mm.
different ones, but all the roads lead to God.
You took it right up my mind, head, heart. All road leads to God. Wherever you are, God
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, wherever you are, God is, man. Yeah. So, and I'm thankful for all the things that I'm learning. I'm working with a great wellness practitioner, once or twice a week. She's brilliant, and I was like, God would give me her to help me in the
Mm,
park, in the sunshine,
mm,
with the trees, not in a gym, but on the earth.
mm.
It's just like so excellent. And she said something today. These words come from William Jolly. You know about William Jolly?
Mm-mm.
I think we need to do a study on William Jolly because William Jolly is funny. William Jolly says, there was a quote that says, ancestors, please forgive me for wanting a place at the table that you would have flipped.
Oh. 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 I feel the impact of those
Ancestors,
words.
he said,
Yikes.
ancestors, please forgive me. They had a little face on it. His face is like a little cartoon.
Is this a
He said,
meme or something?
please forgive me for wanting a place at the table that you would have flipped. Like that table, that place was, you wanted so much more from me than I
Mm,
wanted from myself,
mm, hmm.
you know. And then there was another one that she told me this morning. Her name is Love Rainey. Love Rainey is my wellness practitioner, aka fitness trainer, but not trainer. She doesn't. She calls. She's a practitioner. She really is that. It said. She says. This is another William Jolly statement. He says. She says to set up. Wait a minute. She said a setback is just a setup for a comeback.
Mm, mm. So who is this William Jolly dude?
He was really popular at the turn of like the late '90s. And
Huh.
he's got this great wisdom. He had lots of cassettes. So her mom had a lot of his cassettes. And I think she says now she's found the stuff on Spotify. So you
Ah,
can hear the talks of William Jolly. And I want to really check him out. And
yeah.
sisters, please forgive me for wanting a place at the table that you would have flipped. You would have flipped,
Wow.
you know.
So is he a
So I'm,
comedian? Or is he
huh?
a comedian? Is he a comedian or an author?
No, I don't know if he was a comedian. I think he was kind of like a motivational speaker.
Okay. I'm gonna find him.
Yeah. The number one Toastmaster, Lona Elias, the queen of data, she already knows. Uh, Lona Elias knows everything. So she says the number one Toastmaster. He was number one Toastmaster. Ah, yeah. So, but he
Okay.
was a great speaker, and but his sayings are hilarious. It's like the set. Would you say the setback is just a setup for a comeback?
Mm,
So if you got, if you feel like you got set up, if you feel that something set you back,
mm-hmm.
And you would have been, the setback is a setup for the comeback. Yeah. There's a book with that title. I'm not sure who wrote it. But William Jolly William Jolly still is. He's still around. Okay, so I want to check out
That's good.
she says Willie Jolly. Willie Jolly.
Yeah,
But the
I
best
found
one
him.
was the one
I found him on Google. I'm gonna
about
check him out.
answers. Yeah, just check. But the things that we wanted for ourselves, the universe wants way more than that for you. So you keep expanding, and then wow, you just become more. You are more of who you are.
That's it.
Yeah, you are more. You're not becoming like here's a great teacher. One that
I thought you were setting up a song again. I thought you were setting up a song quiz, more of who you are. I was like, wait a minute. I know that
he
song.
says it's not. He says it's not a matter of becoming, but of
Mm.
being you. Words.
Of
There,
course.
Ramana Maharshi says there are no stages in realization or degrees in liberation. You hear that? There are no levels, no stages. He says there are no stages in realization or degrees of liberation. There are no levels of reality. There are only levels of experience for the individual. So it's our experience. And what we're learning is what we're opening to here. It's in here. If anything can be gained that was not present before, it can also be lost. Whereas the absolute is eternal, here and now. I'm going to say that again. If anything can be gained that was not present before, it can also be lost. Whereas the absolute is eternal, here and now. It is not a matter of becoming, but of being. Remain aware of yourself, and all else will be known. Remain aware of yourself, and all else will be known.
Yeah.
I still like my song, though. I will meet you with my heart, heart to heart. Let us meet again, and then may we become more of who we are, more of who we are. I will touch you with my soul, soul to soul. Let us touch again, and then may we behold more of who we are, more of who we are. I will meet you silently, breath to breath. Let us breathe as one, and then may we become more of who we are, more of who we are, more of who we are, more of who we are. I love that chant. Oh, yes, I do. So, Ade,
Yes, ma'am.
Life Coach Ade, how you feeling? How's that love life going?
Talk about a setup for a comeback. I felt it. The love life is great. Hey, you asked, I'm gonna tell you, it's beautiful,
Yes.
man. It's Ricky. It's beautiful. Just and I think I shared this one for me when we decided to cultivate this romantic relationship. I said, what I'm interested in is a spiritual partnership, and it's like our union, our coming together brings out the best in me and the best in her. And it reveals more of who we are. And I think that foundation and that intention has allowed us to kind of trust more and reveal more and share more. And we've had conversations that I've never had with anyone in a relationship. And she said to me, I've never had this conversation with anybody before. Because, like, for me, it's like if my coming together with another person is not bringing out the best in me, and a romantic relationship is one of the highest form of spiritual practice next to parenting, what am I doing? For me, it's more than just a physical attraction. It's a soul connection, a spiritual attraction, and all of that got to be raising me up. Or else I'm just a drive-by and I'm not interested. So I'm grateful. Every day I'm grateful for what we're creating and what we're doing together. It's great.
Yeah. I think the highest form of spiritual practice
You say what?
is being, I think the highest form of spiritual practice,
Mm-hmm.
I think, is just being. Is being.
Yeah.
Being a parent, being a lover,
Right.
being
Mm-hmm.
a teacher,
Mm-hmm.
being a singer, being an artist,
Mm,
being totally being who you are
yeah.
and what you're doing, being fully present in it.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand what you're
Mm-hmm.
saying, but
Yeah.
I just wanted to say from my perspective, that the
I get it.
highest spiritual practice is being. Yeah,
I
yeah.
totally agree. And, it's that whole thing of being with a child, being as a writer. When you write, sometimes, I write and sometimes I write stuff and I'm like, ooh, I don't know if anybody's going to understand it. It's,
Mm-hmm.
it's like if I'm just in my room being with myself, yeah, I can do that.
Mm-hmm.
But in being and opening up to what is coming through, like some of the writings you've shared, where you share that. For me, I feel like writing is a very intimate process. As a singer, as a writer, songwriter, it's like going into the invisible and writing something that maybe hasn't been written before, or maybe hasn't been expressed like that before. That's where we are being accountable and then being in integrity with our beingness. So for me, the romantic relationship, why I say that is like, yeah, I can say I'm spiritual, but what if someone has a different opinion or they
Mm-hmm.
have an experience that triggers them? Can I still be with them? I'm like, I don't know. I think this ain't what I need to be doing. But to be able to be there, like,
Mm-hmm.
whoo, yeah, I feel some things. Let's just breathe through it together. Let's talk about it. And then on the other end, there's a deeper connection that happens. It's like, yeah, I feel
That's
you.
beautiful.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. You
Mm.
know, that's lovely. The whole chat room is on fire for you.
Well,
I
the
just
chat
want to
room
testify
loves.
what love has done for me, Lori.
They love a
L'Oreal.
love
I
story. They
just
love you being on a date. That if you really want to get it going now, start talking about dating. Your face.
yeah, spiritual practice is being present. It's being
Yes.
present. And if you have the path that leads you to relationships, it's a beautiful thing when you can
Yes.
really be honest in it.
Hmm.
To be honest, that word honesty, is like I have a song that was written years ago, uh, um, a few years before I came to Agape. But the songs, and I think I may have done it here before, but it says, when we're getting on in years, will we make the same mistakes for the same old reasons? Or will we be wise in love? You know? And so it says, it's hard to shake. It says, it's hard to shake what ma and pa can't make of love. The failures on my shoulder, they stayed because of me. Two people living in a lie for so long. You see them growing older. You see them growing wrong. And try to understand how they can carry on. That's it. Yeah. When we're getting on in years, will we make the same mistakes for the same old reasons? Or will we be wise in love? And then it says, life should get better. It should get better all the time.
Yes.
It should be like a song. You're humming all day long. And when your children hear your pain more than your harmony, they cry inside their dreams that you don't love enough. Why can't you love enough? And where's your honesty? When we're getting on in years, will we make the same mistakes for the same old reasons? Or will we be wise in love? Maybe we'll be wise in love. Where's your honesty? You know, so when you are fully being present with someone,
Yes.
with our children, with our lover, with our friend, and we're fully in that honesty, you know it's a good life.
Yes.
You be saying, Ashe, Ashe.
My
is a
life
good
is so good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Isn't that a beautiful song, Renee?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, wise in love. You know, maybe we'll be wise in love. You know, that song is like, you know, that song came during the era of Michael Jackson and, you know, the sweet songs like, no, Ben had already happened. I think Ben happened in the 70s, didn't it? When did Ben, you don't know nothing about Ben Ade. Y'all remember Ben about the rat? I think the name of the movie was Willard, right?
No, that was the second. I think there were two movies.
Oh, okay. Yeah. There were two.
Yeah,
Ben. But Ben, that song, I mean, maybe we'll be wise. Can you hear Michael Jackson singing that? In love, you know. Rickie has a song. And you know, Rickie has a song that helps cement my relationship with her inspirational music. Hey, I'm glad about that. As I was playing that song just now, I realized that the song was reinvented with early in the morning, lying in my bed, thinking about a dream I had. The pictures were fading fast, noticing the music in each scene, and the peace beyond this world. I recall that I couldn't dwell in what was wrong, couldn't care about what had gone. The message on the stereo was strong, saying one day the pain goes, and one day we see that what really matters in life or in dreams is the music of love we hear in each scene. And I'm ready to listen now. I've heard your voice before. Your way has been calling me. Now I'm walking through the open door, ready to listen now. And I'm ready to listen, Lord. Yeah. Sometimes you're just shedding, you are getting ready for your next, your greater yet to be,
Yes.
and
Yes.
you're there working on music and writing music, and before you know it, you've done a song, and you use parts of that other song that nobody ever really got to hear,
Mm.
but it's in you, and it made you better. It made you wiser in love. You know,
Yep.
the most beautiful thing about Wise in Love is, like, I love the song because the lyrics are just so stunning for me, because I know when something is occurring to me as a songwriter, when a lyric is showing up, it is scripture.
Mhm.
It's not just words, it's
Yes.
scripture. And I have to be willing to sit with it long enough to for it to share it, to give me its secrets. But when it
Yeah.
said love should get better.
Hmm.
It should get better all the time. you know?
Mhm.
Love shouldn't get
Mhm.
worse. Love should get better. Love
Right.
should
Right.
get it should get better. It should be like a song you're humming all day long. And when your
Mhm.
children hear you fussing and fighting all the time and scrapping and you're discordant, they cry
Yes.
about that. And they say, you don't love enough. Why can't you love? And where's your honesty? They might
Mm.
not have the capacity to say, where's your honesty? But they're looking at you with
Right.
those eyes,
Hmm.
saying, what's up? you know. So
That's
the
it.
song is written from the child's perspective. When we're getting on in years,
Yeah.
will we make the same mistakes for the same old reasons?
Hmm.
Or will we be wise in love? So wisdom is the wealth of the wise.
And so it is. And wisdom is often simple because I love the relationship you have with the songs that you write. And I remember, I don't know if it's the first concert you did at Hillside International Truth Center in Atlanta, Georgia,
Mm-hmm.
but I remember the
The last
choir
one?
came.
Oh, the one back when the Agape
The
Choir was
first
here
one
with
when
you?
the choir came, and I can't remember which song it was. And when the choir finished singing at the end, you turned around and you said, "Isn't that beautiful?" And you said, "Not beautiful that I wrote it, but the song is a prayer." And then you went back into the song, and that statement shifted me because it was for me. It was like you were honoring not just the place where the music came from, but the vibe and the energy of the words and the choir singing it. I'm hearing the song, but I can't even. But it's. Oh, I was like, yeah, you can honor what
Mm-hmm.
comes through you without
Yes, that's right.
feeling like you're being egotistical. And
Yeah.
that statement was so simple. Isn't it beautiful? Is it this day I woke with a passion in my heart? I think that's what it is. What is it? This day I woke with a passion in my heart. I feel. I don't know the title. I can't remember the title
Make me
now. But
stronger.
make
I
me
know that.
strong. That's what it
Yeah.
was. That's what it was.
Make me
That was like
stronger.
in '96 or something like that. Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It had been written. I
Mm,
wrote it in like 92. It was
mm,
written very early in the day.
mm.
Make Me Stronger, such a beautiful song. But, it's like I could easily see the beauty in the music. I couldn't quite see the brilliance in me.
Mm.
You know what I mean? I don't
Yes.
know. I was just
No,
so,
I
I was kind of,
understand.
and I remember early in the day, in my days at Agape, because usually, there's always somebody around that's trying to tell you something about yourself, and somebody that's trying to pull you out sometimes, of the community. And the
Mm,
way they do it is they tell you great things about yourself, and if you need that like that, many times you're following that lead of that ego trip, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But that was never my trip, you know. It was like I so loved what I was doing, and I loved the music. I loved what I was discovering about myself. I was in class and everything, but these beautiful women took me, and they were very established. They weren't at Agape. They were from another community, but they made it their business to come down and take me up near in their area near Santa Barbara, right? And they were like, and they were talking about these great mystics, and they were like, and they were like, and they looked at me, and they go like, and you are a mystic, Ricky.
Mm.
And in 1993, 92, 91, I was, you know, that went like, you know, but and it wasn't like even then I wasn't a great choir director or anything. I mean, I wouldn't have recognized myself as that, but now I can look back and see I was a great choir director. You know, I was great songwriter. You know, many times we can't see our greatness. We can see it in somebody else, but we can't always see it in ourselves. And then there's some people that are absolutely sure about who they are, and maybe a little bit more humility on their side would be helpful. You know, but there's a balance in really understanding that it's not of me, it's of God. And you know, and I knew God was my shepherd, and I knew God was loading it in. I knew God was the delight of my heart. I knew God was writing every step of the way, writing me every step of the way. You know,
Yes.
and I knew those were hard days that people, you know, I couldn't go through my pain, but I could write about it. You know, I could write about it, and I could co-write with Michael about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I was just really, I'm thankful for the message of the songs, but more than that, I'm thankful for the mystic that's showing up these days in me. You know, and my ability to look at what flows from that, and say, praise God.
Yeah.
You know, that the self in me is becoming more and more apparent, and like we said earlier, to be more identified with who we really are
Mm-hmm.
than the nonsense of the world. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So and oh my, you know, this hour goes by too fast. I got to say some things. So I'm going to take
Don't
a
forget.
deep breath,
Don't
cuz
forget B
that was
radio.
deep.
Yeah, because
Well,
you
I
were
just
missed
want
it.
to, you've always been the greatness of God in expression. William Delaney, come
Mm-hmm.
on now.
Yep.
Talking about wonderful. Hey, my brother, down there in Atlanta. William
Yep.
Delaney was there when we came.
Yes,
So,
indeed.
and Marion
Hillside is
Gamble.
it's Hillside, man. Ooh, oh my
Hmm.
God, opened me up to so much. That's how I found out
That
about
was a
you,
brilliant.
about Agape. Yeah, there's so much to say, but we ain't got
Yeah.
time for that. So yeah, just you got to talk about B
Well,
radio.
Kathy Stringer is on tonight,
Yes,
and
she is.
often she is. And Kathy Stringer, and is doing a brilliant women's retreat. We're doing a retreat with her this weekend. Myself, or Sean, Renee, Jill Colucci, and other very wonderful women will be doing the a woman's journey to healing and hope. That takes place on April 17th through 18th, and I will be doing the closing session on the 18th in the
Sweet.
afternoon, Sunday afternoon, like probably close to 6 o'clock. So you can go to rickiebyars.org and find out about that. You can find out about B Radio right now on Mondays with Sherlock. Uh, Great show. My brother and his thoughts about the universe. It's his thoughts. It's the way it works for him. It might not be for you. It's for him. But it's really great to hear him talking with such love about God. And then on Tuesday mornings, Beverly Brewster. On Tuesday evenings at 6, even though it says Skip Jennings, it's really Jeff Kushner. And Jeff Kushner is doing an excellent job. You might want to check out his podcast on B Radio. On Wednesdays, you have mixes with Moni. And then you got us right here live, not on B Radio, but here. And Moni's mixes, and then the healing with Dorothy James, who's on with us, the great singer Dorothy James, and who's also a great teacher, great spiritual director. And then stepping with inspiration with Norma Choza, And then on all through the week, we have these take a moment for health shout outs from Dr. Lori Eanes, who's amazing. She's an amazing MD, a minor deity who uses the major deity of the Most High to help you get back to radiant health. Put that clip up there again of Dr. Lori, where there's healing, there's joy. All righty. So I just wanted to say that. So, but what's coming up? Oh, and what's coming up this week also? So Kathy Stringer's workshop, A Woman's Journey to Healing and Hope. So you heard me talk about that. Go and check it out. See if there's something in there for you. This is going to be a wonderful, wonderful letting go of what no longer serves us, healing the heart, just really reprogramming, resetting, and getting on with it. So check it out. Check out the flyer on my website, on Facebook, or at rickiebyars.org. And you can also check out the Soul Sisters this coming Saturday from 12 to 2. In various locations. Go to soulsisterstoday.com. I've been saying it wrong. I've been saying .org. It's .com. Somebody should have told me. Soulsisterstoday.com. And if you put up .com, it will give you something like mn.co, mightynetworks.co, soulsisters.mn.co. But just put in soulsisters.com, soulsisterstoday.com. I'm sorry. soulsisterstoday.com, and you will know how to meet up. Soul Sisters are getting together in little groups. We're meeting each other. We're coming out of isolation. We're beginning to come back into the world. And then there'll be the Zoom. The folks who won't be doing that will be on the Zoom with Greta, who's quarantining for a movie. So anyway, so lots of stuff, lots of good stuff going on with me. And then there's the Sunday devotional every Sunday from 10
Be
to
Hood.
12 p.m. Pacific time. In the
I
B
said
Hood.
Be Hood.
The B Hood. And everybody on here knows about the B Hood. And then I would be remiss if I did not say, oh, I forgot. Well, anyway, I'll talk about Johnny Kathy Stringer's show, Awaken Pillow Talk, the first Saturday of the month. But, they got another Saturday. But anyway, Being You with Life Coach Ade on Tuesday mornings at 10 o'clock a.m., 1 o'clock p.m., and what's that other time?
6 p.m. UK time.
And
It's
6 p.m.
BST,
UK
but UK
on
time, yeah.
Tuesday. On
That's
Tuesdays.
correct. Yep.
Tuesdays. And that's an important announcement because people were able to be on there with you this week because they'd been listening to the
Dorothy was
announcement that
there.
I've been
Kiana
making.
was there. That I saw anyway, yeah. It's always
Yeah,
good,
you got a little
when
fan club.
yes, I feel like I'm doing something. I ain't a mystic, yeah, but hey, I'm with you, so I'm getting there.
You know what? I am myself. Let me let
Oh,
me let me just leave everybody with this. I
mm,
am myself.
hmm,
And that's all I need to know. That I
that's
am
it.
myself. It's not what the world is calling me. It's what I accept for myself. And God
Yes.
is enough for me. If ever there were a mystic that was great, powerful, and mighty, it is the Most High God. So let's dwell in there and say amen. All right.
Love that. Minister of
May all
rhythm
be
and
blessed.
joy.
May all be blessed. May all find the way to love. May all find the way to eat no fish. So look at Seaspiracy, please. Check out Seaspiracy. Stop eating that fish. I'm sorry, you got to stop eating fish. So look at Seaspiracy on Netflix. The earth wants you to do that. We got to do it. Blessed always, blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen. Ooh, let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen. May all be blessed. May all find the way to love. Ashe.
Shit is done. Good evening.